Good morning. Here's a look at your news this morning. KELY News sponsored by Sahara Motors, home of the Touch a Truck promotion. Coming up July 4th weekend, you can win a Dodge Ram Tough truck. Stop by Sahara Motors for complete details. A second day of record highs yesterday in Ely. Yellen Field reporting a high of 76 degrees, breaking the old record of 75 back in 1989. City of Ely voted to confirm Mayor Nathan Robinson's appointment of Matt Hibbs as Municipal Court Judge. The mayor stated he consulted with District Court Judge Stephen DeBrescu to come up with a list of possible appointees. While the position is part-time, it requires no other employment in the legal field. Now, while Hibbs is not an attorney, he does have 30 years of service in law enforcement with the Nevada Department of Investigations and with parole and probation. Hibbs told the council that he was interested in the position.
I am interested in the position because it is law enforcement, still continually in a way in the legal system, not law enforcement, the legal system. And I like this community and I want to be involved in it. And I always try to help out. It's a necessary evil that sometimes to have a municipal judge as opposed to just having everything through justice court. But you need that sometimes because there's two different groups that control those things.
And as Mayor Nathan Robertson mentioned, municipal court judges do not have to be lawyers.
In the American justice system, municipal court judge and Supreme Court justice in the federal government both don't require legal background.
Right.
I don't appoint, obviously, Supreme Court justices, but the state of Nevada has contemplated, these kind of requirements, and they do requires some training that Mr. Hibbs would be taking for appointed judges with a non-legal background.
Hibbs confirmed by the council unanimously. Council also approved a liquor license to Tajinder Singh for the Village Liquor Mart. It's scheduled to be located in the old Anderson's Food Town. They also approved a proclamation declaring April 25th Arbor Day in the city of Ely, with a tree planting to be held in coordination with the White Pine County School District. Also, a proclamation approved celebrating National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, April 13th, 19th. That's the dispatchers at the public safety. The council scheduled to meet again on April 24th. More news in a minute.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Maggie or Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93.
Or call 775-289-4473.
Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
In other news on this Friday morning, following Wednesday's conflagration over the approval of the tentative budget, the White Pine County Commission will hold a special meeting this coming Wednesday, 9 a.m. in the White Pine County Emergency Operations Management Fire Administration Conference Room on the McGill Highway. That's commonly referred to as the Big Red Barn. The only action item on the agenda is to provide the Finance Director Comptroller direction on the fiscal year 2025 budget. You may remember we talked about at the Wednesday meeting. There seemed to be total confusion over the budget, including the numbers. Prices at the pump coming down, even though this is the time of year when gas prices usually go up. Supply and demand, the main reason for the dip after OPEC announced it was increasing oil production next month by more than 400,000 barrels a day, much more than expected. The price of crude oil has been falling. Oversupply coupled with tepid gas demand resulting in lower pump prices. AAA says Nevada has the 5th highest average price per gallon of unleaded in the nation at $3.97, but White Pine County still has the lowest in the state, though it is creeping higher. It's up to $3.10 a gallon, a spread of $3.04 to $3.19 in Ely itself. Prices in Ely as of 9 o'clock Friday morning range from $3.04 at the Golden Gate on the north side of town to $3.19 at the Exxon and Mobil on Altman. Love's, we're not too sure. Seems they've got two different prices posted. The sign on Pioche Highway reads $3.05. The sign on Veterans Highway reads $3.14. We've contacted Love's Corporate to find out what the situation is. If you go to our north, Elko County's gas average per a gallon of unleaded is at $3.36. Lincoln County steady at $3.64. Clark County $3.98 per gallon of unleaded. And Washoe County's average has dropped a penny to $4.31. Services for Cheryl Faith O'Rear, who passed away on April 1st, will be held at the Ely United Methodist Church Sunday, April 13th at 1 o'clock. Another community celebration of life will happen at a later date. A man's been arrested after troopers with the Nevada Highway Patrol says he was seized with more than 2 pounds of suspected fentanyl. On Monday at around 8:30 in the morning, troopers received a report of a reckless driver heading toward West Wendover on I-80. The car was a dark blue BMW sedan and allegedly traveling at speeds over 100 miles an hour. Driver stopped, placed into custody for multiple traffic violations, and after an investigation, they found 2.5 pounds of suspected fentanyl pills. Police learned a woman, passenger in the car, provided false information about her identity to police. She was booked and charged with providing false identifying information and trafficking a Scheduled I controlled substance. Driver booked on charges of reckless driving, driving without a driver's license, and trafficking a Schedule I controlled substance. A look at sports in a moment.
Sahara Motors of Ely and the White Pine Chamber of Commerce have teamed up to provide the community the chance to win a $29,000 Dodge Ram 1500 Classic SLT 4x4 Crew Cab. This truck can be yours if you're the last one with your hand on the prize. This fun competition of endurance with a huge payoff will take place during the 4th of July weekend, kicking off at the Red, White, and Blue Blowout in Broadbent Park. Get tickets at the Chamber of Commerce, Sahara Motors, or online at whitepinechamber.com before June 27th. Touch a truck with Sahara Motors and the White Pine Chamber of Commerce.
Bobcats and Lady Cats baseball and softball teams heading for Laughlin today. Bobcats have gone 8-2 against Laughlin recently, and they will be taking on the Cougars today in Laughlin at 1 o'clock. And one team is not going to be so lucky. They have done well recently, but we will see what happens. They defeated Awakened Christian badly last week, 17-0 shutout last Friday. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, the Lady Cats have been doing very well this season, and we will see if they're able to replicate their success. They beat Awakened Christian 7-1 last week. They are in Laughlin today, as we said. The Lady Cats softball team has beat Laughlin the last 10 games. They're hoping to do it again today. They have a doubleheader today at 1 o'clock. Track team is in Eureka today, and the swim team will be in Las Vegas for a 12 o'clock meet tomorrow. And that's a look at your news here on KELY, and it's brought to you by Sahara Motors.